Hi, this is Dee at Aloha Astro. Let's take a look at the forecast for the moon transiting Gemini to Cancer on Saturday, November 8th. Stirs up strong emotions, which may be centered around principles or beliefs, spurring on action and activism, focused on illustrating a point or solving a problem, and events and encounters that occur during the course of the day could seem to be divinely orchestrated, deepening your conviction that you are meant to do or say what you feel guided to, while instilling the zeal to persuade or inspire others, as the moon forms a yod aspect pattern with Mars conjunct Mercury in Scorpio and Pluto in Aquarius, a square aspect with Neptune conjunct Saturn, both retrograde in Pisces, a Thor's hammer with Neptune, Saturn, and the Sun in Scorpio, and a trine aspect with Venus in Scorpio, while Venus is engaged in a second yod with Neptune, Saturn, and Uranus retrograde, which leaves Gemini and returns to Taurus today. Despite some intensely emotional and dramatic energy at play today, you will feel like you have unseen support you can trust, should you choose to make a bold move or initiate a change. Enhanced intuition and alignment with your spirit guides or any higher power you believe in can help you make decisions on the fly or under pressure, which turn out to be beneficial in some way or open the door to a life-changing opportunity. The purity of your intentions, wanting what is good for you and for others, is what quickens the manifestation of your desires, and whatever you share will return to you multiplied. So let's take a look at the two yods. Here's the moon with Pluto and Mercury and Mars, and then we have Venus in Scorpio with Saturn and Neptune both retrograde and Uranus retrograde as well, having left Gemini and re-entered Taurus. So we're out of that dualistic air energy and into a bit more solid ground with that fixed earth sign being activated now by the planet of change. We've got the square aspect occurring to Neptune and Saturn. And overall, I feel like that square is your feeling that you have to be the one to solve a problem, that other people may be counting on you to do that, as we have the shift from Gemini to Cancer occurring around 10 a.m. today, Eastern Time. It does place a lot of focus on the sacrifice that you might make to do something, or simply that feeling of like resignation, like, well, I don't see anybody else stepping up to do this, so I guess I've got to, dig a little bit deeper and find the energy to do it myself. So I do think that that one square aspect is going to push many people to stretch a bit and to do what they're doing, not just for themselves, but because it's something that needs to be done, and they know that there are others who can't do it or won't do it. So those who can will. That's basically the energy and the attitude. Cancer is a sign of symbiosis, needs, sharing, caring for each other. It's a very nurturing sign. And the trine that it's making right now to Venus, while Venus is in the other yod, basically is wanting to break through boundaries and knock down any walls that stand in the way of people being able to get the assistance they need, help each other, form relationships, support each other within community. It is quite likely that people are looking around at the woes of the world right now and figuring out that they have to do what they can do to help out. probably more locally within their community, but there may also be more of a focus on holding the energy and holding the light for the collective right now, today, especially with these two yods and the one yod with Mercury and Mars conjunct and Pluto in Aquarius. Both of those energies there interacting with the moon. Well, that's seeking the higher mind, higher principles, the truth, and wanting to convey that or support that in some way. So you don't have to physically be an activist today, although some might. Maybe you're, volunteering your time in literally in activism in some way, or to help your community. I know many places are struggling right now, where there's lack of support for food. Many communities are creating ways to get food to people. So I do think that we've got strong community focus right now with the minor grand trine at the top of the kite that has been holding steady for a while. With Pluto and Neptune, we have another minor grand trine here at the top of a castle. This is the one that's been going along for a while because these three outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, have been keeping about the same pace as they're moving, and this aspect pattern that they have between each other is definitely pushing everybody to reach higher, be more, do more, have more, contribute wherever you can to hold a higher energy, basically. And the opportunity for doing so in how you think and how you feel is just so evident today. The sun, too, very well supported. Last week we didn't have quite the same support with the sun. And today we have a grand trine in the water element. We also have a second grand trine overlapping with Mercury and Mars in fire. So we've got fire and water active right now to bring about what feels to me like a cleansing, a big clean sweep. And it's almost like some things being burned off and then the water coming in to accelerate the healing and the growth. All right, that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be back again on Monday.